And we are back. Welcome to part 2 of the first video. You can tell I'm more energetic than I was, but let's just continue. Let's wrap this all up. Let me try and summarize some key points for you so you don't waste any time. Number 1, you're gonna need a slim width or a thin width track, as you can see on screen. Number 2, a long straight which is suitable for some drag racing. Number 3, a short deceleration zone. Number 4, some straight lines joined together. You get what I mean by the curves. And you're gonna need some sections that have deep curvature, some tightening loops that loops into themselves to save space, a special wow factor, a special concept. You can pause on screen. And now to wrap this all up, let's put all this knowledge into action. Let's design a track of our own, because that's the best way to learn something. Number 1, here's the slim width track. 3-lane, 2-lane, whatever you feel we want the track to have. Number 2, a long straight which is suitable for drag racing. So we're either gonna have a third gear section, or we choose a fourth gear section. Yeah, fourth. Yeah, a short deceleration zone. So added a bit more of a bend to force people to initiate earlier, to force people towards the edge more, you know that. When a corner appears from nowhere, you're just gonna find yourself on the outside and you get so much speed into a corner. Let's kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Okay, that was a joke, a bad joke. We have straight lines joined together and sections that have deep curvature. Yeah, and I know it looks like man, but trust me, it won't feel like it at all, because we have the special wow factor. So this is the track without a jump. It kind of looks like a safer version of Mayhem because we have more time to be on angle, more of a straight line before it starts curving in. And by the way, this is our factor. It came before Assetto Corsa and came after Live for Speed. Now let me add the jump. And this is how it looks like. It's a bit too much, but we'll fix it and make it look like Hadashi Tenjoku. And I forgot to explain the deep curvature and why I almost made the right angle over here. Right there. It's more of an obtuse angle, but if you look at it like this, the deeper a curve is, the more people have to slow down, both in transition or entry. For example, like on screen, before the first transition, he accelerates up the road into a mildly sharp right corner that has some space on the outside. I'm purely doing this to avoid horsepower battles. Here's a more clear example. Momentum can't be lost, it has to go somewhere, so you forcing the car through the corner so fast into such a deep angled corner makes a gap open up for a second. In other words, what this hard right does is help people's cars go wide without having to use much power, and that opens a gap for the guy who's chasing, opening room for things like dives. Back to our track, let's close it now. Can have an open track. Nice and clean now. We're gonna put a manji like Tamada over there. It's a straight line, but you know in Japan it's a clean manji. We're gonna add the clipping points. Drifting's like a relationship. The better the communication, the better the outcome. When you two know where each other are going, or you two know what each other want from life, it's much easier to have a better relationship. The outcomes will be much better than just moving aimlessly. So clipping points are important. That's at the bed because the learners are going to wash out. On a more serious note, it's easier to chase on a corner where you know whether the driver's going to brake or not brake because there's more flow in the corner. It doesn't have to touch the brakes because it's scared of washing out. So that bed just helps people get more confidence to go into even faster, and there's less braking. Voila.
Let me add a little bit of spice to that.
As for why I put a kangaroo there, I have no idea. But it does have collision setting. And here is our jump. So you can see I extended it a little bit and made a bit of an A and B course. Okay, let me just add the track separators. I actually don't know what to call them. I think roadblock. So this is A course, the small course that we did together. And then we have B course, which is this big boy stupid 5th gear course I'll show properly another day when we have more time. It's a pretty nice track, I won't lie to anyone. Yes, it's not 3Ds max, etc, but Bob's Track Builder does try. This is the parking lot. Lot. Which word am I trying to say? Detailings of the utmost importance. The difference between a Japanese drift track and some skid pad layout to making the US a Russian RDS track. The green nature is something great in Japan. It's a signature, to be honest. Not to mention the barriers, the slim road, and the color, the texture of the grass in the middle of the track. Yada yada yada, and detailing is king, to be honest. Understand detailing. Alright, let me let some friends test it for themselves. Hey guys.
What the actual?
Come on.
Okay, that's me in the black S14 at the 3rd position. Let's see what happened. Here's one last chase run for me.
Alright, the best way to test the track is to go head on with your rival. This is Tyragnate, Takumi Fujio one, and I really hate how fast he is. He just makes me feel sloppy and slow, and I hate that. But I hope the track being mine actually helps me get a lead on him, so let's see how that goes. Let me try to throw him off a bit, but it actually didn't work. It did not work at all. It did not work. It was a fail. He just embarrassed me as usual.
Before I met him, I actually used to think that I was fast, but then he's just disrespectful, to be honest. Look at him, look at this fool just passed me by.
I changed colors and it didn't work at all. It just didn't work. Yeah, so I eventually decided to just play dead and call it quits. I just gave up. I'm just gonna blame my engine entirely. But it wasn't over yet. We tried the B course and I finally tasted victory. I called it quits and I said that I have bad network and my mom's calling me or something, and I left. Man with his ego. And if you made it this far, I'm so sorry the video was so long. I had no intention of splitting it into parts, and I hope I didn't waste 20 minutes of your life from these 2 parts and you managed to learn something from this, and I really appreciate the view, and this is how I'm actually going to wrap up the video. Thanks so much for watching, and subscribe for more, and actually comment below what do you want to see in the next video. I'm really keen to hear.